we're talking about. We're going to see a bit more to the return of normalcy. We're going to see a Snake versus the Yez man. Yez, one of the most talented Ikes that we've seen really grace the screen in a long time, and I cannot wait to see how he approaches the Snake matchup.
Yeah. No, I mean, definitely. This is definitely a matchup, as I said, which is not too uncommon. We've definitely seen this before. This is a matchup that's been around since Brawl, honestly. And even though the characters, have changed a bit, their basic game plans have kind of stayed the same. And we've seen, a lot of Snake versus Swordy, where, basically has to, find ways to pressure Snake at up close, space some aerials that Snake cannot punish even with grenades on block. And meanwhile, Snake's goal is basically get away, put out grenades, force Ike to trade in 4 ways, force Ike to be opened up for punishes, and to edgeguard Ike, whereas Ike can just combo and kill Snake so early and edgeguard him early as well. Very strong hitting, heavy characters though, so these stocks can evaporate. But
yeah, a huge part to if Alan wants any bit of success in this matchup, it's forcing Yez to stay grounded. Because the best thing that Ike has going from this matchup is the ability to continuously catch landings. It's so good. But everything else is so hard for Ike. Like you said, the edge guards, the trades, they're almost always in Snake's favor unless they're after set windows like this. But when you have to swing, there you go.
Around the up tilt to get that C4 and kill Yez. Yez was just expecting Alan to land right on top of him. But good players always try to mix up, have some baits, and the armor for being taken to grenade hit.
That is the absolute plot armor coming in for Ike right there. That Ether getting the KO, whereas most of the time, and a lot of people in those situations would end up losing it. I just really like the approach for both players so far. Yez has been using short hop quick draw even while fading in just to get the window where he knows a grenade's gonna happen. But look at Alan's confidence as well. Even when Yez is in, completely content with solid boxing and not pulling the trigger on a super hard read right there and then immediately demolishing the landing. Alan playing this matchup really well right now in second stock.
And you said it yourself, right? You said that it's so hard for Ike to get in because of all the grenades from Snake, and we're seeing right now he's constantly trading. He's constantly just getting hit by grenades. Yez is having such difficulty in neutral getting in, and I feel like a large part of the reason it's so even is because on the respawn, Yez has been using the invincibility frames to get on top of Snake and stay there. That entire stock started off because Yez had iframes on respawn and abused them perfectly.
And this is normally one of the matchups where I would say you don't go like as an Ike, especially with the against zoners, because you can't get in. But this one a little bit different because when you remove those platforms out of the way, it's less easy pressure from Alan. But Alan has beaten out the short hops repeatedly, and that is enormous. You have to keep Ike grounded, and after that second stock, Alan just started tearing it apart.
Yeah, that was also like an anticlimactic way to end it, right? Yez off stage and he just doesn't make it back. But that's just a good positioning from Alan to put Yez in basically checkmate like that. And it's actually insane because every stock looked like a one-player game. There was never a situation where they're trading hits going back and forth. They're both at kill percents. Nope, it was, okay, I kill you. Alright, you come back and zero death me. Alright, bro, I zero death you back. Alright, you zero death me. Alright, bro, I got you with zero death.
Yeah, it really was just such a heavy game of you're just playing patty cake almost. Just like your turn, my turn. There wasn't really a whole lot of opportunities left on the table for Yez to navigate around most of that stuff. But when Yez did get in, he capitalized big. However, the entire problem is getting in this matchup, and we're running it back to FD. I know Yez is very good here. I'm kind of surprised, in my opinion, that we ran it back here, but we'll see how it runs out. I think that if it goes bad again, we'll probably see a run to PS2, unless Alan has taken it off the table.
I know I said this in the past before about Yez, but he's one of those players that he'll run it back whenever he loses on a stage. He doesn't care what the stage is.
True.
Like, if he goes there game one, he's confident, and he will play it the entire set.
That is very true. That's another thing we've complimented Yez so heavy on. It's just the competitive mindset that this young man has is so good. Does not let things that went really bad get out of hand. But we're also talking about the person who just won the Meister tournament yesterday. Alan has burst onto the scene and continuing to do so here on the second day in a row against one of the people we're normally used to seeing on one of the highest seeds.
Yeah, I never even heard of Alan until this event, and now suddenly look at him in winners finals, up 1-0 versus, a regular for top 64s, top 8s, and all these online events. With that said, yes, it's showing why he's a regular, right? Taking that first stock with a hard read. That is a statement right there.
And that's what you want to see out of Yez. As you start to see Yez adapt more and more, the hard reads get much further online, and just the confidence in the option coverage makes it easier, because then the frame traps get so much scarier. And now Yez just getting in, I like it. You have to take advantage of the stock lead while you can, because you don't want Alan to get the ability to get more trades for free.
Yeah, and now, with that said, I know when you have the lead versus Snake, suddenly all these trades versus grenades are just your favorite. Even if you're like the lightest character in the game versus Snake, these trades are your favor 100% of the time, and you know, Yez has to be aware of this, and as long as he avoids like up tilt in particular, it's harder for Snake to land the kill. You know, the key does alright, but you miss that and you lose your ledge shot basically.
Yeah, and I honestly, I still like the fact that even at the high percent, just look at the confidence in Yez to like go in. That grenade almost coming in to get, like, if there was any bit of like a DI toss up off that grenade to like go to the right, that might have still been a live Yez. But either way, 90% after that stock, still huge.
Oh, 49% of the new stock just like that off a simple conversion, and that's, you know, the Snake factor, right? You respawn. And you're like, alright, I'm doing good, and suddenly Snake's like, no, you're not. Probably missing by the neutral B, I think. That's weird.
Yeah, you'll see a whole lot of Nair get mentioned about Ike in the play. Oh, good job with that early run off there, but oh no,
too far down.
That just sucks, really. There's no other way to put it. Like, you had a really nice lead. That would have been enormous if you were able to get the KO, but the accidental fastball afterwards, getting out of position. Now, you got the trades, but
and these trades are okay, but the problem is Snake controls the trade, so like,
yep.
You know, he knows when he wants to trade. With that said, you know, if it's Ike, who's a heavyweight character, this is fine. I think Ike was favoring these trades. I think he got hit by like 3 explosives at once. Now he's definitely not.
Yeah, now you're forced into a ledge trap situation. Good job with the early quick draw to get back on, but you have to be so careful here. Like, you already see Alan is something for it, and also giving up a little bit of free damage there. Like, I think the big thing is, that up tilt's gonna close it.
It's Snake, the great equalizer.
So I think the big thing there at the end was Yez had to find a jump. Yez had to absolutely call out a jump, get one of those up airs to beat out Alan, because Alan was staying on the move. But once Alan kind of caught onto that at the very end, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna put this out. I'm gonna beat you on an anti-air. And that was just so good for Yez until that lost fair, and that's what makes this matchup so frustrating when you're even with Snake.
I will say, Alan's gone away with a lot of rolling, just in general neutral. And like, I'm surprised because he has normally some of those players that like calls out rolls with side Bs, dash attacks, grabs. But like, he seems like he's letting Alan roll a lot. He's a little bit afraid of it. I guess. I
wonder if it's maybe just the ratio of how often Alan has a grenade in hand when he rolls, because when you do that, you're gonna get a trade off their grenade. But I agree. There's been a lot of free defensive options that Alan has been able to get. But Yez capitalized on them like pretty hard. It's just how well can you consistently do so, and always having that grenade online, it just makes it so much more annoying to get in.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree with that. Yeah, because you basically have to grab the roll-ins and throw immediately to not get popped by the grenade. Okay, with that said,
you air dodged to the correct place.
Yes, classic. But right now, you know, Alan not falling for that. He did his research maybe.
Yeah, especially later in the game, like as the game progresses, especially as any good Ike starts to condition you out of your jumps, that forward smash read or that like hard smash read on an air dodge becomes so much more alive. Unfortunately, it's kind of been taken out of the playbook, at least for the first stock. We'll probably still see it on the last stock out of Yez, but Yez doesn't. Yez gotta play perfectly now. Good job going for the ether, but the fade in.
Yep. If you're like next, I can be like, yeah, you know, a lot of times you can make ether not work, which is actually huge because even if you don't get a punish, you have positional advantage. And yeah, because you know, I can start winning neutral, right? He needs to, when he commits up B especially, he's basically saying, I better win neutral here or I should be getting punished. Yep. And he's throwing me one of his reads because that's a hard read move. That said, your kill percent right now is, I'm not sure who this favors, honestly. You have back here, but then you have up tilt, then you have up B, and they fall off.
Oh, the C4!
I just right where you fall off up B. That up B is a huge commitment. If it doesn't connect properly, you lose neutral.
Yeah, now it's on Alan entirely to get this landing correct and avoids not only the up air and the up tilt.
Okay. Yes, trying to find something with like a forward tilt, but Alan is more than ready for the roll in forward tilt.
This is where things start to get really rough because now you're at a point. Oh, just missing the back air. That could have been enormous, but there's the ether. That's finally going to get the
up B connects probably after like the 4th attempt. It's not too little, not too late. We have pretty even stock still.
I like the fact that Yez immediately backed off there. Like when you're within like a character and a half length of anytime you stare down Snake, you immediately want to back off if they're staring you down. For one, they got that up tilt. They're gonna hold shield. They're gonna punish you hard, especially if you're a character who has to commit to an aerial like Ike. Oh my god.
Yeah, you see what I see, right?
Yeah, the C4 is chilling. You need to avoid any type of grabs.
Down beam right now? Nope. Oh, he's not doing it yet. But Yez is so afraid. He has to be afraid. It won't kill him yet, but if he gets popped up by anything first. I like this camping. Oh, that's it.
Oh no!
That was so smart.
Yez was trying so hard to, Yez was trying so hard to time it right to get the invincibility on get up to like get through that C4 and stay far enough away from Alan that if he screwed up, he would have been fine. But that ended up pushing him right in after the hit.
Yeah. And now look at this. I mean, it's not over yet, but like I just feel like Alan's been one step ahead of Yez this entire set, and this is gonna be the first of the Rio we've seen in this top 8.
I think so. Like, this is starting to look rough. That Ether is going to do big damage, but it's not going to do it yet. You get another one of those at the ledge, though, then we're looking at an even game.
Yep, with that said, you know, Yez, like, what's his answer? Okay, I think Alan kind of slept at the wheel there, just kind of up smashed the wrong direction. Yez kind of jumped in the back here.
Yeah, and as you know, even though Yez, we've seen an excellent comeback factor out of Yez, Alan is playing so on point. You could see the confidence in all the approach options and really just like a majority of the option coverage. That is a grab, that is the C4, and that is the stock.
Run
Alan,
up C4 back throw. The Snake classic. It always works though.
That is so huge. And I know I was paying attention to chat.